Hey YouTube, I know it's been a little while, but, well, I've been kind of busy. So busy in fact that I am still sat here in my work shed, having just got home from work, well, a little while ago. But today I've been wanting to do a video that I'm going to be doing a video that I've wanted to do for a little while. Which is, I'm going to do a, well, I say unboxing, this actually turned it in 3 boxes over the course of a couple of months, so I waited until it was all here. But I'm going to be doing another video about LARP stuff, including this, or specifically about stuff that just came from a company called Velvet Glove. So I spent some time ordering a whole bunch of new kit, which I'm going to show you now, including quite a bit of new armour. So the first thing I'm going to show you is I have these new Vambraces, which I'll just pop one on to show you what it is and how they fit on. So this is all of this kit is all from one company called Velvet Glove. Very nice guy by the name of George I. And he is, you know, a good stockist for some unusual and interesting bits and pieces. A lot of his armour comes from a company called Mythlon, who are based in Germany. You can order stuff from there are other websites that stock Mythlon, and you can also order Mythlon goods directly. But yeah, George is a pretty good stockist for them. So I bought this whole new set. This is going to be a bit loose because also I'm just wearing it over a work shirt. But the Vambraces are literally armour for your forearms. This is called the Arthur style, and there's a reason I went for this style, is that I've got a whole lot of matching armour. What I will do when I actually wear these is we'll actually tuck the excess strap over like that. As I said, they're so loose at the moment, I can take them straight off. So I might actually use a hole punch and eyelet to put an additional set of holes in, because I have pretty thin arms. These, I don't know what the price for these ones were now. I think they're about just under 20 quid, which for a nice thick padded ones is pretty good. Now obviously I have a pair of these right and left. I also have the corresponding Greaves, which are leg armour. Basically these are like padded shin pads. Again, they will buckle up around the leg. I'm not going to actually do it because obviously my legs are not in shot, but it will just, I don't even know why I'm doing that. That's an awkward camera angle. That's just silly. Silly, silly, silly! Stupid boy! I think these ones were about 21, 22 quid for a pair of these. Again, they're nice and thick. They are a cotton polyester mix. You can only hand wash these, so if you do buy something on this, bear in mind that a lot of LARP gear is not machine friendly, or if it is, you're going to have to put it on a very, very light cycle. Now, of course, armour for your legs and your that's the plumbing for my next door neighbour, if that's being picked up by the camera, which it probably is. I do apologise. Now, the arm and leg armour only covers like your lower leg and your upper arm. You need something to cover a lot more of you. Fortunately, I bought the matching Gambeson. So this is a padded jacket which buckles up. Now Gambesons traditionally would be worn either by footmen as armour on its own, or if you're a knight, you would wear this underneath a chain shirt or even underneath plate mail. I don't own plate or chain. One, they're not particularly cheap. Two, they are quite bulky. They do restrict movement. This is not to say they're too heavy. I've actually seen video footage of somebody doing push-ups in full plate, so this idea that metal armour is very, very heavy is a bit of a fallacy. In fact, what you find is that, especially with chain, it's heavier being carried around. Once you put it on, the weight is evenly spread. So if you are thinking of doing that, buy something like this. Now you notice there are eyelets up in the shoulders. That's because the whole Arthur Gambeson is modular, so you can buy You can buy the sleeves separately, and then you can either have the sleeves that you would lace on, or you can use the Vambraces like I showed you, or you can use both. It's a nice high collar in case somebody tries to come in. And it's very comfortable, very warm, which is definitely useful because, as we said before, LARP weather or LARPing isn't always weather, you know, friendly weather. Sometimes it is a bit cold and wet. Of course, a lot of LARPs will press on regardless because that's what a man does. Now again, this also has eyelets at the bottom, and the reason for it has eyelets at the bottom is because this comes to just past my waist, and then you have this that is actually underneath. This is what's called a I've just forgotten the name. That's embarrassing. No! Why when I'm on YouTube? Bugger! Tassets. They're called tassets. I had to stop and think there. I actually lace these up on here now. As I said, all of this sort of stuff is available via Velvet Glove or via well, as I said, there are a number of places you get this. It comes, generally speaking, in two colours. This particular style. It comes the alpha range tends to come in either black, which is what I've gone for, or tan, or sort of a brown tan colour. Now the reason I went for black over tan, black, generally speaking, black is black, so it'll all be the same. The tan stuff, if you are going to order a set of these, try and order it all at once, because they do say they can't guarantee that it will all be matching. So that is something to bear in mind, is that if you So, you may have noticed that my clothing has changed and the light levels have changed. Well, you see, here's a pro tip advice for you. When filming a YouTube video, always make sure your camera has fully charged battery before you start. Because, well, yeah, I made a faux pas there. Anyway, so I was in the middle of lacing up the tassets on the Gambeson. Here's one I laced earlier, or rather the other day. So now you can see it forms a layer below. If I pivot the camera slightly more towards the door, I can step back into the room a bit more. You get an idea of how far down that actually comes. So it then protects your thighs and your upper legs, and by the time you've got the Greaves on as well, which come up to just below the knee, you've got most of your leg covered. I will actually show you the full ensemble in a minute, just because, you know, it's worth doing. The only other bit of, I suppose, armour, may or may not be the right word to show you, is a new set of gloves I've got. These are called Candor Gloves. Now, I'm not too sure if these were, I don't think these were Mythlons. These were just some other style that Velvet Glove stock. And as you can see, you can adjust how loose or tight they are. They're quite nice, and again they come well up. I mean, my sort of previous LARP gloves are nice sort of plain black leather ones, but they only come to about wrist length. This comes away up the arm, and by the time you've got the Vambraces at the top, you've got the whole forearm covered. So that's the gloves. I need to show you, well, I've shown you all the armour. So rather than pivot that, let's actually, there we go. So, I've shown you all the armour. Time to show you the costume I bought, because I also bought some new clothing. Now this is where Velvet Gloves' specialty really comes in, is they can make stuff to order. What you tend to do is you go on their website and you can pick from a variety of pre-prepared styles, but then you can add things like pockets, a front zipper on your trousers, because medieval trousers didn't have them, but it's a matter of convenience for modern gentlemen. You can pick the colours, you can pick the material. This is where Velvet Glove will really, really blow your mind. So I'm just going to walk into my bathroom and get changed, and I will come back once I'm changed and I will show you the brand new shirt and trousers I bought, which are, to say they're fabulous would be a somewhat understatement. So bear with me one moment. And these, bear in mind if you're going to order these sorts of things that you need to order them in advance, because LARP season tends to be from sort of spring through to late autumn. So if you order something at this time of year, like May, with only like a month or two before the event, you're going to be hard pressed to get it in time. My recommendation to you, especially if you're placing a large order, is to place it in January like I did, which gives you plenty of time to get it before the event, because I'm wearing this all at an event next weekend. I'm probably also going to be wearing this at the London Expo, so if you're at the Expo, well, you shouldn't find me difficult to see, because, well, you'll see why in a minute. Suffice to say, this is somewhat colourful. But you will be able to come and say hello to me. And take photos, if you're so interested. And if, of course, if you're a LARPer, you're welcome to come and talk LARP stuff with me. Because I love meeting people who share my interests. That's why I do the YouTube videos. And hopefully you guys enjoy watching them. This takes a moment to get into because it's got lots of ties on it, so I have to tie it in place. So if you bear with me, I'll be back in shot in just a moment. The other great thing is that Velvet Glove tends to do a lot of, I suppose, very good for medieval and Renaissance, but will still be able to do like Viking style tunics, which, if like me, quite keen on the show Vikings. I've been watching that lately and have really enjoyed that. Get your Ragnar Lothbrok on. And this, I see, this is really where the money was spent, and spent well it was. I'm just going to pivot the camera slightly back towards the door, and behold, this is truly, truly outrageous. Remember my name. Oh no, wait, that's Gem. 80s cartoons, there we go. But this is a shirt that I ordered, and it's I specifically requested that it was in royal blue with matching blue lace on the cuffs, which, as you can see there and there. Even did blue lace up here, so it is truly vibrant, but not nearly as vibrant as these what are called Roos trousers or Plunderhosen, which again the big. These are so baggy they make MC Hammer. Stop! Hammer time! So these are obviously in white, royal blue and cardinal red. So this is truly what it's all about. So the only downside of wearing the Gambeson over this is it is going to hide the lace on the shirt, but the idea with this character, because I'm going to have a hat as well if I can find one in time, is to be a combat peacock. This is for my local LARP Vambraces, which is a sort of, it's a fantasy game but based in a sort of pseudo medieval Renaissance style inspired period. So yes, looking fabulous and ready for battle. This video has been going on for a little while, so I'm not going to keep it going for too much longer. But so I just really wanted to show this stuff off and say a massive thank you to George I, because I was just so overjoyed when I got the... In fact, it was the last box was the one that had the trousers and shirt, and so they were the ones I was waiting on. And I was just so overjoyed with those. I feel a mix of foppish and amazing at the same time, and this is where the fun of LARP comes in. I'm Ava Fan, and I'm going to sign off for now and try not to muddle my words, which I'm doing a spectacular job of. Yeah, anyway, I'll get better at this, I promise. Until then, stay nerdy.